I would love to see you have to wear an outfit that I put, just the plainest. I'm like so normcore.
Yeah.
Like to see you just not have any flair.
I'll still look good.
You'll feel naked.
But will you feel awful?
No, I mean I think that's the beauty of having my spirit and soul. Having.
Yeah, having.
But also I don't think what's normal, you know?
Not what you're wearing.
Yeah, not you. You look like you're dressed to model for like a teens magazine.
Delia's specifically.
Yeah, you look like you're about to accept a Kids' Choice Award.
But you're like, what? And you get slimed at the end.
yeah, you look like you're about to get slimed.
What's up, guys? Good to be here.
Two Kramers. This is what you get with two Kramers. We don't say but we have fun. That's all we say when the day is done. It's two Kramers.
So Rachel Williams is our first lady Kramer. Sound the alarm.
Our first Elaine.
I was waiting for
Elaine.
Our first Elaine.
First Elaine. That's fun.
Lucky number 7.
So he knows you more than I know you.
Okay.
We're both.
No one knows you better
We're both
than me.
about
No
to
one
get
knows
married. We're both not like.
I was like,
you
what?
already did the proposal.
You made it seem like we were getting
Yeah.
No,
I did. I
Like
was like, are we
to our
coming out? This is
separate
exciting.
partners. Actually, that would get more views. But anyway,
Like that's how you come out.
yeah,
just me.
yeah, we'd start a podcast
Yeah.
and we're getting married.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about. How long have you been married?
Going on 8 years.
Oh hell yeah,
Mm-hmm.
nice.
Because 8 plus 7 is 15, right?
Just hold on. Stop.
Yes, correct.
Hold on. Slow down.
Wait,
I'm
you
telling
you were with
That's
your
the
you're
only
with
math
your
I know.
you're with your husband for 7 years prior to that.
Yep.
Whoa.
Yep.
Hell
Long
yeah.
term.
Long term.
That
you
is
know what
long
we're
term.
doing? Long term.
Yeah. Were you in your teens still?
20.
20 years.
20.
Wow.
But that's teens.
For some
That's
reason,
Yeah.
In our age?
Yeah. And
In this day and
Have you
age?
seen a 20-year-old now?
They're teens.
I go, that's, stole everything.
think adulthood now is like 25.
yeah. I mean, they're all, yeah, they're not smart.
What do you?
The new youth, they're
I
not.
feel like
these
I'm not,
youths?
I feel like I wasn't smart until 30.
And
Although
you
I
do think
decided
that
I'm
you got
30
there.
again. So just so everyone knows, I'm 30.
I'm 30.
If
I am
anyone
now
asks,
30.
I was
You
born in
stopped.
94, 30.
Is your husband your age?
Right? That's 30. No, he's 5 years older.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, 10 years older. Because I'm 30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he's only
In my
5.
mind, I was thinking you were going to be like 15, 20 years old. That
Him?
he would be 50. I
No.
could see you with just like
An old
I could see
man?
you with just like, yeah, no, this is my ticket
the way
Yeah.
to do comedy.
Oh, no.
This guy's hooking
no,
me
although
up.
he is my ticket now. But yeah.
Because you wear jackets like this
yes,
over
no,
your
I
shoulder.
wear a jacket like this, yeah.
like a fancy
He's
lady.
making very good money
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But I was there when he was making, no money. So
You
I
put in the work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Full blown attending now. He's a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
Yep.
I was asking the other night. Attending.
He
'cause
knows
I know
attending.
I know from the shows.
I
watch
barely know
shows.
attending. Do you know attending?
Wait, what's that?
Do you know what that means, attending?
No.
It means
Not
a doctor.
It's like because you know how they rise to the ranks: intern, resident, attending is when like you're out of the residency, you're just fucking.
I say, why don't you just say I'm a doctor? He
It's like
goes,
you're a club
it's the same
regular.
thing.
Attending is club regular. No,
I'm like,
no. Residents are still doing checks. It's
I
different.
know, but I'm like, why we add something else? Why can't you? Now I'm an attending. What?
I'm so lost
I
right
know.
now. Are we
You're
talking
like
about
me.
doctors or comedy right now?
With
Well,
a
he
little,
was doing
in
an
many
analogy.
ways, I weaved the
Oh,
two.
I see the analogy.
Yeah.
And he's saying you're attending.
No,
No, he is in attending. That's the term for it. You've been thinking we were saying a verb this whole time?
No, I
Attending?
thought you were making a comparison of like a doctor's career and being at the club. And
You know what? Why don't we, you know what?
this episode's over.
Yeah.
Forget it. Fuck this
Rachel,
whole.
Let's
Rachel,
start
go
where-
home.
let's just
Rachel,
start-
go home. I need to talk
I
to
told
Chris.
you no women on this. I told you no women on this show.
Let's start with the basics. Did you comb your hair today? Did you?
I also
My
love-
turn. No.
By the way, can I say this? The first female guest, question number 1, do you have a husband?
Oh yeah, seriously. I really thought
What?
you'd be with someone old.
No,
you
your
know,
first
that
question-
paid
the
for everything.
First thing
because
you
you-
say to her as a woman is, and now what's your husband like?
Yeah.
I'd like to know you as
Yeah.
a person.
Yeah.
Tell me about
I
your
know
husband.
nothing about you.
He started it by saying, Rachel, I know nothing about me.
Yeah.
About you.
Yeah.
So your husband.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
man? Does he have a strong
Old
job?
guy?
Well,
Yeah.
wait
Husband?
and
Old?
I'm such a feminist. I'm like, oh yeah, that's him.
No, Rachel,
Oh my
I was really hoping you'd
God.
be into older dudes.
My
Is that still the
God.
case?
Wait,
These
we're-
are the times where I'm like, I'm not good at this. I know I'm supposed to be. But, oh, is that what you think I am? Is that what you think I am? But I'm just like, oh, sure, let's talk about him. I don't care. Meanwhile, some feminist is, oh my God. Let's start over. Go. Action.
Where are you from?
Oh, you want to talk about him? I thought we were doing it over. Long Island.
Okay, this is
That's
okay.
different.
This makes sense.
It's all
okay,
coming
cool.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Long Island pout.
Yeah. Have you seen the jacket?
Yeah, because like you, I was gonna guess like
The
New
nails?
York or Jersey.
Yeah.
Right. There's like a northeast edge,
Yeah.
and
Or-
I
or
could just
do-
see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the way I walked in today, I was like, what's the name of the TV show?
What's
Yeah.
that show I didn't like on Apple TV? And I go, I don't know, Rachel. It was
Hello.
several days ago that we
I didn't
talked
say
about
hello. I go, what's the name of the TV show?
What was that? And you got pissed at me when I didn't have immediate recall.
Well, someone pay attention. Honestly, it took me a while to learn to say, you have to say hello to people. You can't just barge. You can't just start. Like that's something I learned as I got older. Because I'll just walk in and it's like Dwight Schrute when everyone's like, "Can I just say hello for the year?" Like
Right.
that's how I. It's like, oh, we already know. Hello, how are you?
You do it
Now
with
that we got
strangers?
that out of the way, I used to not. And then Scott has great manners, and he was the one that
Right.
was like, "Hi, how are you?" And I'm like, "Oh."
So in many
Right.
ways, you didn't become a fully formed person until you met your
Oh,
husband.
yeah.
Yeah. So
He taught me how to be nice to people on the phone. "Hi, how are you? My name's Scott." I'm like, "Oh."
pretty good.
Yeah.
What do you say? What's up, fuckface?
No, I'm like, it would be like customer service, and I just get into the problem.
Oh.
My
hey.
card's not working. And they're like, "Hello," and I'm like, "God's not working."
And
he's
how
very
often do they
nice.
solve your problems after that?
Oh, they rarely. Now they're much.
You catch more bees
yeah.
with honey. I
Yeah,
always say
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I turn to camera. You catch more bees with honey.
Zoom in, zoom in, zoom in.
I
Zoom in.
can't zoom.
Oh, sorry.
You do it. He'll do it in post. Zoom.
Yeah.
Do the zoom.
And you're from the Northeast, and why are you so soft?
I'm from Connecticut.
That's the Northeast.
But that's
That's further north
that's
than
soft.
Well,
Oh,
yeah.
softer.
Oh yeah, that's the
Yeah,
soft
yeah,
patch
yeah.
of the Northeast,
Yeah, yeah.
Connecticut.
I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I have nothing to prove.
Probably parents also, but Long Island and Jersey
Oh,
is
yeah,
different.
yeah.
You know.
Have you met his
Think about
parents?
the audience that you see when you talk.
Yeah.
You can tell right
They're
away.
lost.
You're like, where are you
She
from?
chose not to meet my parents the other night at the club.
Well, you were like, do you want to? And I was like, yeah. And then when you were leaving, you're like, I'm going to go talk to him. And I was like, waiting for the invite. And then I was
I would
like,
never
oh.
do that to you, Mr. Spinelli.
Yeah, I
He
didn't
watches
know.
the show.
Let me
He
tell you
watches the
something.
He
show.
watches every
Tell him-
episode.
Tell
I would
him why.
love to meet you, but he was like, bye. And I was like, okay, that means
That's
he
not
doesn't
it.
want
That's
to.
not
Yeah.
at all. You're saving face.
Yeah.
That's not at all.
But let's talk about also what happened that day, because then someone came up to Max and goes, so what are you going to do?
My parents came to the show, very sweet, most supportive people. Thank you.
Wild.
And then afterwards, I go to say hello to them, and he's like, it was a Connecticut show. We were in Stamford. Shout out New York Comedy Club, Stamford.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And a group of housewives came up to me, and they were like, great stuff. And I was like, oh, these are my parents, because they were just like being nice. And I was like, oh, they were like, oh, you must be so proud. And she was like, so you're gonna keep doing this? You're gonna keep at it? You're gonna really try for this thing? I said, well, it's my job. So
I'm
it's
paying my bills with it.
It's my occupation. You paid to see me tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's true.
How many stupid you must get? I feel like female comics get the worst fucking comments and
Oh,
shit said
yeah.
to them.
Yeah, what did
It's-
they say
Yeah.
to your husband?
Number.
Yeah.
Well, that actually reminded me of that. Remember, I told you the woman in Atlantic City was like, "You're really good, but what's the plan?
Right.
What's the plan? There's no money here. What's the plan?"
Oh, yeah.
And then she found out what my hubby does, and thank God, and she walked away. And I was like, whatever.
That is nice, though.
No, I saw you, and I thought, ugh. And then you're actually funny.
Right. That's
Yeah, that's what
I
I
see
get.
that all the time
I
on
saw
like
you, and I went, oh God.
these
Yeah.
these
People
comments.
say that.
These
Oh, yeah.
comments
To your face.
Oh yeah.
Oh, to your face too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not just comments.
No,
You're saying in person.
No, comments are usually like they got offended in some way.
Right.
Oh, see, I've seen a lot. Of,
Well, you post about dogs. You
Yeah,
got a
so
couple
people
dog
get
jokes,
upset.
and people get very upset.
Yeah.
I see the comment where like on like female comics on the comments of their clips where they're like, normally I'm not into female comedians,
Oh.
but you're the exception
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
rule.
One of the
Like it's
good
always that
ones.
shit
Yeah.
too.
Guys, we found a funny one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so mean.
Are you kidding me? That's nothing.
That's actually nice.
Yeah, seriously, that's like I see people getting like ripped to shreds about
Right.
their looks and stuff. That's or
Right.
they go. It's like that to me. I see that. I'm like,
But in many ways, that engagement is helpful.
yeah. I'm like, keep going,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, most of
I-
my comments are like, you should quit.
You're like, thanks for the.
I'm sorry again.
Why is this guy doing it? Yeah, it's a lot of that.
That's Max's. Yeah,
I have a lot of burner accounts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kill you soon.
Well, then what happens to me, like, remember that sketch?
Oh God. Oh God.
I'm not cutting any of this out. Remember that sketch we did? And I spent like we had this one sketch that just required like a lot of editing. I like had to do just more than usual. And I was like kind of proud of it. I was like, yeah, I fucking pulled this off. We posted it within an hour. This fucking kid posts. He was like, this is some of the worst editing I've ever seen in my life. And I fucking found him on Instagram and TikTok and started DMing him and shit.
Oh, you got upset.
Yeah, I like went
Was that
after
one of the
him.
first like mean comments you got?
No,
that's what
but
you
there
do.
was,
It's like-
it was because if he said anything else, I
Right.
wouldn't have went after him. But
Right.
I specifically had to go out of my way for this
Yeah.
edit.
Yeah.
And he said the one thing that just like,
Oh yeah, tips you.
yeah, just tipped me over.
Not-
Years removed,
I
think we can
really-
all
I
agree.
used
The
to
editing
answer-
could use some work.
Right.
I didn't even hear what you
Could have
said.
been tighter.
You see, he's saying my editing's not great.
Oh yeah. Well, now you know.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
And now we know.
It's great.
Hire me for your specials. I need money.
I'm not too good, but
we
the
don't
heart,
all have Scott in our life.
the passion's there. May not be good, but I got a lot of passion.
Now Rachel. No, Rachel.
No,
No,
Rachel.
Rachel.
About your husband.
The other night, speaking of Stanford, by the way, best green room in the business, but they refused to turn the air conditioning on.
Devastating.
It is a lovely club. Best green room. No air conditioning.
Yeah.
I was sweating.
You can't ask him to turn it on.
We did.
I think she lied. She said
Or
she
she
did.
didn't know what she was doing. Sometimes ACs.
She just walked into the back office, stayed there for a second,
Right.
and
She
left
goes-
out. She's like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we
And then
kept
it got
sweating.
hotter.
Yeah. And then
It was
when
really
we went
bad.
on our anti-don't jump walk
Yeah.
that we always do, and it
Mhm.
was cooled off, and then you come back and it's hot again.
It was hot.
What do you mean the anti-don't jump walk?
Oh no, it would
Between
be
shows.
anti-jump. Excuse me.
You cannot stay in one club and do 2 back-to-back shows
And
without-
not go for a
You
walk.
got to go for a walk.
You
in
gotta.
between. We learned this years ago.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll kill yourself.
I don't get booked like that. So
One day. One day.
thanks for the advice.
Get the
I'll keep it in
editing.
mind.
Get the jokes and the editing at the same. You'll be
Yeah.
back-to-back shows
Yeah,
one
step
day.
1, learn how to edit.
Yeah.
Step 2, we'll talk about stand-up.
Yeah, yeah. Pick a lane.
Great.
Pick
This
a
is what he'll
lane.
cut, let me tell you that. All of a sudden, he'll learn how.
I didn't even hear what he
Don't
said
touch me.
again.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
I didn't hear it, so I can't laugh at it.
I'm sorry. I'm mumbling. There was a speech therapist at the show the other night that said I wasn't doing good. Like I was like,
Oh,
What do you-
that girl in the front, I could have lit her on fire.
You
I
really?
hated her. And for some reason, I kept going back to her, and I was like, "This is trauma in a nutshell.
You
I
do
don't
kept-
like talking to you. You don't like talking to
Yeah.
me." And I'm like, "What about
there
that?"
is
Like
something. It's like picking a scab, though. You want to go back. You want
know.
that person because it's like the other people are fucking.
but they were also
enjoying this.
miserable.
Who?
7 years together, and I was like, "What's wrong? You guys
Oh,
get into
yeah.
a fight before this?" And they're like, "No." And I was like,
They
"Okay."
did. Yeah, they did.
I was like, "Y'all."
It's you know it's a bad fight when they won't admit that they're in a fight.
Right. Well, that
But-
means the fight's been going on for 2 years.
Oh yeah. So what do you mean marriage?
It's shocking to me. It's
I'm not
shocking to
married
me
yet.
how much, whether it's at a stand-up show or not, it's shocking to me how much people seem to not be able to just like put on the fake attitude when you're in public. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at like if I'm like in a fight with my girlfriend and then
Yeah.
we have to like go out somewhere and I interact with someone, I'm not like, "What?" I'm mad. I'm usually like, "Hey, what can I do there for you?" Like I'm like not I like separate.
how you went from what to a pizzeria.
Howdy doody, yeah, yeah.
Hey, yo, what can I do for you today?
Yeah. What's up there, Toots?
You need some pepperoni? Okay. Yeah.
I mean, you're just angry all the time.
Yes.
So that's like the
I don't
Yeah.
get that. You
the
both
through
have a
line.
lot of anger in your heart.
Yeah.
You're angry all the time. You would say?
No, not really.
not. I don't
as
think you're
much.
actually angry.
Used
but
to be a lot worse. Yeah. But I've
You-
noticed
you don't
that
like
life
bullshit.
is easier when. Oh yeah, I get. Ooh. And that's like that was actually an argument last night. I was like with my hubby. I was like, you have to understand that like when you say it's fine, and I know it's not fine, I'm like, like
Yeah.
the bullshit meter is, and he's just trying. He's just like, it's not that big of a deal. Let's move on.
Right.
And I'm like a troll. I never watched Lord of the Rings, but I'm
That's
assuming
what
I'm like,
Colin does, yeah. Well, it seems
Yeah.
like you do know. It seems
I
like
know.
You've seen some clips.
I've seen some photos.
Oh, okay, well, there's a couple of gifs.
Yeah. A couple of gifs.
Why don't you throw a Gollum
I thought it
on
was a
screen?
GIF. Oh, by the way, is it Dewey or Dewey?
For what?
DUI.
No, it's just
Dewey.
Dewey.
Yeah, I never called it a Dewey.
Yeah.
I've never called it.
Dewey's the name of the slow kid up the street from me.
That's the name of the
That's
decimal
Dewey.
system.
Dewey.
Everyone's like Dewey. This
No,
kid I was
Dewey
right.
I've heard.
Yes.
I've heard Dewey. I've never used it.
Now here's a question: when you eat a piece of cake,
Oh.
do you eat it standing up in the triangle slice, or do you fold it? Do you tip it over onto
I
the
fold.
side? You tip
oh,
it
yeah,
over.
You tip it over.
Yeah, only a sick fuck eats it straight up.
I
like
also
that.
am never sure if I want the
You
the
just
frosting
leave
or
and go
not.
talk to your
I
girl.
need-
I fucking told
I
you.
fucking knew it. What did I say? You're a psycho.
You come back in. Where were we?
Anya, you were wrong. That's not how you eat cake.
Also, by the way, this is something I always teach men. Do you ever get an Uber and say who you here for?
I
Make them
always-
say the name.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard this. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't say your name
Yeah.
because then
I
they
think-
could just go, yup.
I think
And
of
then
that
you're-
every
Get in.
time I say it,
Yeah.
but I don't.
What?
I like every time I get an Uber, I'm like, "You're here for Max," and I'm like, "He did it again." Like,
They don't want to kidnap you. No,
They're not kidnapping.
Yeah,
me.
they don't
Although
want
I had
you.
a terrible dream one night when I got kidnapped by a Nazi Uber driver. I was driving. I was
you
in the back
Jewish?
of an Uber. No, I'm Catholic.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
But I was in the back of this Uber, and then like when something's off, when it turns into a horror dream, and all of a sudden like we're in the woods, like we're outside of the city.
Oh God.
And I like look up, and like he's like, "Long live the
Oh.
Third Reich,"
Oh,
and presses a button,
God.
and like Nazi shit falls down, and I'm being kidnapped by like the Nazis.
Oh, this is a dream.
No, this has really happened on the way.
Oh, well, who
I'm
cares
telling-
Last
about
night.
Who cares
Last
about
night.
dreams?
Let me tell you about my night last night. yeah. This guy. He's like, when did this happen?
I was like, oh, okay. Maybe you just turned and crossed it over through
The
Central
dream
Park.
really
No,
affected
but
me.
You crossed the
Okay.
bridge? How did
yeah,
you not
yeah.
know?
How'd you end up in a forest? Yeah. Oh, okay.
State?
Wait, I was gonna ask, if you were to be kidnapped, what do you think they kidnap you for?
Nazis.
Nazi stuff? They want to just convert you?
I assumed he was taking me to to go to some sort of.
No, I'm not
Nazi-
talking about your dream.
No,
I'm just-
if you
I'm-
were to be kidnapped.
Yeah, I'm just saying,
like-
what is your kidnap value, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, cause my mom always is like scared, like
You getting kidnapped?
No, my
Oh.
mom's like scared of like unreasonable shit. She
Okay.
thinks like murderers are just like
Yeah.
hanging outside the house all
Yeah.
the time.
Kidnapping?
Like there was one time during dinner, like a few years ago, like it was just me, my mom, my girlfriend, and we were at their house, and the doorbell rang at like 7:30, and my mom jumped. She goes, "Oh my God, why are they doing this?" I was like, "Mom, it's a fucking doorbell."
invasion.
She
That's
said,
because
"Why
it
are
shows,
they
like,
doing
criminal
Yeah,
minds.
yeah. Why are they doing it? And then I was like, Mom,
Who's
no
they?
one's going to take you. I was like, do you owe anyone money?
Yeah.
No. I go, Mom, you're not. Maybe
You're not.
they would tie you to a radiator and be like, make lasagna till you
Right,
die. You
right.
know, like,
Yeah.
they don't want you.
They don't.
Yeah, you're not getting sex trafficked.
Yeah.
What? So anyway, what's your value?
Mom, you're not hot. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
Mom, you're not hot like that. But you're beautiful. You're the prettiest woman I've ever met that I don't want to have sex with, Ma. And you make my favorite lasagna.
Actually, go make that lasagna.
I was just not going to say anything and just see how far you were going to go with the conversation with your mother.
Yeah, well,
Just
that's like
comes full circle. and Goes. Actually, I want to have sex with my mom.
maybe I do sometimes.
Yeah, maybe sometimes. Well, I actually had a dream once.
They talk about that in therapy or whatever. That's that guy, Freud. I think. So anyway,
But what's my kidnap?
Yeah, what's your
value?
black market value?
I don't know. Maybe
My
like
ass.
Whatever they, whatever they made Jesse do in Breaking Bad when they chain him and make him cook meth underground.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
feel like I could be used as like a little workhorse,
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
basic labor.
Right.
I also would hopefully maybe as a little jester. You ever get kidnapped
No.
as a jester?
I was thinking more like that.
Yeah.
That you're just like.
In what world are you getting kidnapped for a king? What are we talking here?
There could be like some sort of in the X-Men cartoon. There was a Morlocks community underground. I'm imagining if they kidnapped me and they wanted some sort of human.
Oh, we're in
jester
cartoons
type.
now.
I know dreams and cartoons. This
Yeah,
fucking guy.
I
We
can't-
keep going into outer space.
He's like, you guys are filled with
you.
anger.
Yeah.
Anyway, in my cartoon world that I live in every day,
Thank you.
I
Yeah.
experience all of reality.
he's
okay?
like, I live in thought clouds. Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. What are you guys? You guys are fighting baristas everywhere you go.
Well, hurry up.
Yeah, or getting mad. Do you ever do the thing? Do you get mad? I bet you do this.
Yeah.
Where you
I'm more
get
gonna say yes.
there's like there'll be like a European person online at like a coffee shop, and they're doing the whole like, oh, can I get the how do you say and a donut and a croissant, and I'm like, let's go, retard. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're probably a biochemical engineer, like, but like I'm
so
just
smart.
because they aren't speaking English, I'm like, you're a moron.
I get upset if they're not ready. Yeah, when they get up there. So then I'll just go like, I'll make eye contact with the cashier and be like, "Are we doing?"
You need to do that.
I was like, "Are we doing this?" Tell them to move over. They can step back in line, but tell them to move over.
This is your place.
Yeah.
This is your place.
No,
Are you
I
gonna
look at
step
the
in or do
cashier.
I
I
have
go,
to?
come on,
Are you an
And you say-
assistant manager or am I?
step aside. Yeah, I forgot I clocked in today. Move the fuck over.
Is there a witch on my apron, you prick?
I forgot I wore the mermaid logo.
I thought it was a witch.
You family of 4, move over. Let the line keep going.
And let them like
then
take
come-
20 minutes
Yes.
to decide. Yeah.
That also comes from my sister, who used to be like, I don't know what I want. I can't choose any.
Oh no.
The server has to come over 6 times.
So do you think that you're mean
When
to
I go
people
out to the
because you
restaurant
hate
with my
your
sister, I go, I'm not talking to you until you.
Until you make the order.
We're not talking. We're not catching up until you decide.
Is she just like just generally indecisive?
Yes. And then she always gets something that she hates, but she's like, I don't know why I keep getting chicken here. I hate it. And I'm like, I don't know. And then we'll go the next time. Don't get chicken. I really want the chicken. And then she'll get the chicken and goes, it's disgusting.
What does your sister do for work?
She works in fashion. She works
Okay.
for like a small fashion company that is
That
sustainably
tracks, though.
made. Yeah.
Yeah, like when I worked in sales,
Blowing
like
me up.
I sold copiers, and like one of the customers I had was like I had like a handful like little fashion
you have to
boutique.
remember to pause for people to laugh when you say
Yeah.
that.
Oh, that I used to
I
sell
sold
copiers.
copiers.
Also, with your
Pause.
personality, the idea of like, hey, yo, who needs a copier? Just walking to an office.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Who needs
Oh,
Sorry
there's-
to interrupt.
There's
You're
a
like
lot of
the-
masks. There's a lot of masks
okay.
that go on.
Okay.
It's a lot of code switching
His
going
old
on.
Okay.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was
yeah.
the funniest thing.
Like, hello.
He was like, "Hi, you've reached Chris Metcalf. If you like a zero."
yeah. But like, if I had like the blue, like I had a plumbing office, like I'm on the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
Those guys, I was like, guys, what are we doing? We need to update this lease.
Look, what is this from?
Yeah,
What is
you're-
this copier from?
Yeah.
But then you go into like a small boutique.
Yeah, I'm
all
like, hey,
females.
bitches. Yeah, hey, sluts. Yeah,
Yeah,
I go in
perfect.
there. Yeah, they
Got
love
ale
that.
girly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The salon copiers.
Yeah.
But anytime I had to go in there and talk to them, they were all just like, yeah, like, we don't know. Like, it's always just like, yeah. But, like, somehow there's, like, 10 of them and they're getting stuff done.
Yep.
Like, I don't know how anybody who's just like,
Yeah, I know.
gets anything done.
I know.
It's
But they
crazy.
do. These girls get it done.
These girls.
These girls.
Get it
I don't
done.
know who you are, but we're
Our
talking
first
about you.
feminist episode.
The least feminist woman in the
Pretty
world.
good.
It's kind of like you. Wait, what do you think in another life, if you weren't a comic, like, what would you be doing?
Probably own a brothel. No, I was thinking.
This cape- the
I
cape
honestly
Yeah.
could see you being a
yeah,
badass.
like-
You'd be a sick
But that
madam.
the girls would be protected.
What's
You
the name
damn
of
You
straight.
always take care of your girls.
Yeah, I would
you
take care of them. I
always
go-
take care of your girls.
I go, Larry. I heard you were nasty
At
last
Rachel's
time.
camp.
I hear that again. You're
Yeah,
done.
You touching my girls again, Larry?
A madame.
Larry,
A madame.
you-
That's the
Yeah,
that's a
madame.
lady
Larry,
man.
you do not spend enough money here to be touching my girls. Throw down a few more
good.
thousand, and then you
Honestly,
could do
it's
whatever
not
you
too
want.
late. You can always
Yeah.
pivot.
It's
I
true.
could kind of see also too at your brothel, like all the women you're making them do like the 1700s like bustier thing,
Yes.
but then you're running the place and you have like leopard print and a cigarette.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, yeah, I know.
would-
Long
I would do a
Island.
strong-
Oh,
Yeah,
A strong like power suit.
but
Every
leopard.
dude, but like it's a fun print or
Yes,
bright
yes.
color. Yeah,
With red shoes.
it's got to have a red shoe.
Yeah, heels.
Is your
Power.
is your dad a cop?
No,
I could see your dad being a cop. What's your dad do?
he worked in insurance for a while and then lost his job. Now he works at Home Depot.
Sick.
And he's
No, my mom's more of the lookout.
oh okay.
Yeah, my mom is more of like
What does she do?
she's
Chris
now a
doesn't
school
believe it. He's
nurse.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
We mean
She
your
come
dad's
from
not a
like-
She's
cop.
like woman,
So her father
woman
left her money?
powerful. I don't. I don't even. What kind of oxymoron is this shit? Yeah, woman. I said, what does your dad do?
Yeah. Do you
and
not
then you're telling
understand?
about her made-up job?
Yeah. What does she do? What does she sell? Fundraisers?
How many do you need?
I bring 2 for every episode. Any other questions?
2 Kramers, 2 little guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does that
You
mean
don't
there's a
smoke weed,
little?
do you?
No. I was just talking about this with Jake. I was hanging out with Jake before this.
What? Name
Yes.
drop.
And I was saying how mushrooms I could anytime.
I loved
Really?
Anywhere.
She was.
Weed,
I would
I'm
love
She
to do
always had a
mushrooms with you.
Ziploc bag of mushrooms that she was just fucking popping
Do you,
a cap
do, you,
in.
do you ever like go there with the mushrooms and like?
Haven't in a while.
I feel like we'd have fun on
Yeah,
on a
that'd be-
high
I need-
dose of
I'd
I'd
mushrooms.
like
We're
to
due.
cross over. I would like to cross over.
Would you?
We'll
Should
see.
we all go to Central Park? Yeah. Well,
I
you
would be
might-
totally down.
Are you gonna have a bad trip and cry?
No, speaking of, one of my best mushrooms experiences was with Jake and May, your mirror image
Oh,
in
yeah.
the park. The other night,
You posted a photo.
I posted a photo of Rachel like this, like in Stanford, and she's a little far away from the camera. And I'm like, look at this, and she's like, oh, May looks great there. And I'm like, that's you jackass.
I know. Honestly, I was like, May looks amazing.
Yeah,
Post
think
it.
higher of yourself, Rachel.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. Friend of the show. Friend of the show.
Not the first female though.
She actually couldn't do it both times. I asked.
Oh, she's busy.
She has a
like
full
a family.
child.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she
a
has
family.
whole family.
She's a family.
yeah.
If we, well, I'm ready to just pack up. We might take the equipment to her.
Wait, are you gonna have kids?
No.
Hell yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm shocked, and I can see you being supportive.
I'm down to do it.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're shocked that I said hell yeah that
Yeah.
you're not having
Yeah.
kids?
I thought you were gonna be like, why not?
Oh, I'm not having kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I could see you just being like,
Oh, because it's a woman's job.
or just like, I don't know, being
Look,
a family
I'm an
man.
ally. Just because I'm an ally doesn't mean I gotta be happy. Okay.
That's one of your old bits.
Dude,
it's a new one.
honestly,
I'm
though-
bringing it into the fold.
Honestly, though, I had it recently, and
Had what?
Luca, I can't think of it for
You named the embryo you got aborted?
no,
Oh.
no. Do you imagine?
Well, the way you
Luca-
said it, we were talking about getting
Luca,
pregnant. You go, I had one the other day.
No.
And
I
thought
had
you were-
the
was like,
interaction
whoa.
of a guy being like, "What?" Like couldn't
About what?
comprehend of
Not
me
People,
not
having
that
having
happens
kids.
to me too. If it
It's
comes
so
out.
hell's
funny.
Luca?
Luca, he's a comedian. He performs in New York Comedy Club. He's at the shop a lot. I can't think of his last name,
Oh.
which I feel really bad
Oh,
about
no,
right now.
nice guy with an F last
Yes,
name. Oh, he's
yes.
sweet.
Yes.
He was like, dumb.
I know, but
really?
he also is very open with me. He's very old school Italian. Like he
he
was
is.
half
He's an Italian
joking,
boy.
and he denies that this happened. But he was like, "Are you having kids?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh my god!" He was like, "Ugh." He was like vomiting, and I
That's
yeah.
interesting. You know what, Luca? Come out. See it.
Yes.
Yes.
Bring out Luca.
Luca, come on out.
That happens a
We
lot.
fight like in Maury. I said, "Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second."
Wait a second.
Yeah.
You clap.
Yeah. But the way girls got me on me. But no, he's like, you just know you're a good-looking girl. It would be great for you to have kids.
Oh, that's the worst thing to say.
I was like, then I had the other comic say, I think it's a mistake for girls not have kids. And I honestly was like, all right, let me give him a chance
a mistake for girls to have kids?
to not have.
Okay.
And I said, even if they don't want to be a mom.
Yeah.
And he goes, is that your reason?
That's not good enough?
No, it didn't even cross his mind.
Right. That just someone doesn't want to be a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
No,
are
I
the
know.
other
couldn't-
reasons? What are the other reasons?
He thought it was like solely career.
That
That
just-
I really wanted a
Oh,
kid.
you're focused on
but I chose
the
my
only
career
thing
instead.
stopping you is
And
this
I-
damn beast we call comedy.
Yeah, and it just made me laugh because it's like he really thought I'm a girl, like, and girls just we overanalyze, we like consider pros and cons and all things, but with a baby, I was like, let me think like a dude for a second and just be like, no, my career comes first.
Wow.
Would never.
It's just because you hate children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
That's why like that's like one of the major pillars as to why my girlfriend and I are together. Because
Oh,
she
'cause
was
you guys
like,
want-
well, when I was single, I would date. You get to a certain point where they're like, oh, what do you want to get married? You want to have kids? And I'd be like, not really. And then that was kind of a showstopper.
It's devastating.
Yeah, it's a showstopper.
Yeah.
And then she was like, absolutely not.
And you're like,
yeah. I was like,
will you marry me?
wow. yeah.
Yeah. There is a part of me that thinks I'm a little broken
Right.
because everyone around me seems like they have it.
See, now that's not why I
Yeah,
think you're
but
broken.
think about
All the women around me are like, oh, come on. And
yeah, and how
I'm
many
like, I
people
don't
are
have
all
that.
having fucked up weird ass kids and
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, like, come on, it's
That's true.
ridiculous.
Alex and I are undecided.
That's okay.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah,
I'm not in a rush.
or you can adopt.
That's true. And we're actually both. We talked about that too. We're down to do that.
Adopting?
Yeah, that's cool.
Like if it later on in life you're like,
'cause
oh,
Alex isn't sure if she like wants to do that. I'm like, I wouldn't ask somebody to do
Now,
that.
if you
That's a lot.
adopt,
body, it's like, yeah, that's intense.
oof.
now if you adopt, are you gonna do like? Are you gonna go for like a certain style?
I know what you're
You can
asking.
say
And
what
I
you
would-
want.
You're like, oh, we want a black one, we want an Asian one.
But
you know,
the
I
fact
always
that you
think
said
about
style is
What's that?
You said style.
that. Well, there's
You
so
want
many
one with
kinds.
bell bottoms? What are we talking here? You want one that wears a lot of vests?
Any child that needs a loving home.
Nah,
I
see,
can't
I don't
imagine.
think so.
I
don't think
can't imagine what that's like. Oh my god!
You gotta pick the kid up, and you pick up like a little pale ginger.
No,
and you're just
Asian
like,
babies are the
"Ugh."
cutest babies. Black babies are also some of the cutest
Yeah, I was
babies.
gonna-
Asians and black babies, very cute babies.
Yes.
What about white babies?
Yeah.
White babies can be scary.
Ugly.
Have you ever seen a lot of them? They look like it's very alien. It's very
Yeah.
reptilian. It's
Yeah.
very like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, thank God May's kid was so cute when it came out.
You have
You
to
didn't
say
have
that.
lie to her because you have to say it's cute, but he was very cute. He was beautiful.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Immediately.
I think I'm gonna adopt kids like when I'm older and just have like a house with a bunch of open rooms, but I'm only gonna go for like 16-year-olds
What?
because
I
I'm
missed
only
the
gonna be a
first half
dad
of
for
the
like
story.
2 years. 2
Cut
years.
it right there. I'm only gonna go
adopt
with
2
16
years.
years.
16-year-olds.
2 years and you're out. I got
Oh.
a van. I drive you to high school.
Okay,
Maybe
this is
one of
sounding
them's
bad.
a prodigy. It's like a blind side.
All
fucking
right.
I'm sorry.
situation.
So your
This sounds
thing
bad.
is you're only going to
I'm taking the old
adopt
ones.
16-year-old kids with your van.
Yeah, and then they'll live in the house. I got a house. I got
You
rooms
don't-
for
Are
them.
you purposely teeing it up like a rape thing?
No, I'm saying they're just prospects, and I only got to be a dad for 2 years a pop.
Well, we're not going to
Done.
be able to monetize because
Yeah.
I said rape.
And
Yeah.
I pick them up, and I'm
Or
like,
he also
hey.
said like 16-year-olds. You can't say that.
And also, we get 40 views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'll dub it over.
We'll cut this part. These are fresh kicks, though.
Thank you.
Nike, huh?
Yep.
Good
I
for
was
you.
I was a big sneaker girl for a while. Now I'm getting into like more platforms and maybe a hint of a heel. We'll see.
Get out.
Yep. I don't know why it's been
Nikki
calling
Glaser,
You don't
made it
normally wear-
cool to
you don't
be
wear
hot.
heels.
me. No, I can't do Nikki Glaser. God bless her. I could never. I would fall. We talked about this.
Yeah.
If
the
I
heels.
I would have to have a catcher.
That's true.
which
She said
sounds-
she would need an opener and a feature. Preferably one of them could also catch if she.
If I wore heels
Oh,
like
if you had
that?
to wear heels on stage.
Oh.
Yeah. I like to imagine you're just like a newborn deer learning to
No,
walk.
it's for real.
With the,
That is. Thank you, everyone, for coming out tonight.
Guys.
Yeah. Yeah. No, could never. Yeah. But a little height
It's
makes
good.
you feel more powerful.
I wouldn't hate a little height. Let me tell you that.
I know. I get it. You're stuck with the height you got.
heels look uncomfortable, but I get it. Like when like a woman's legs in heels
Oh.
does look hotter.
Yep.
But like I don't get the man suit, the suit. Like when did we decide like shoulders and like that?
Oh, I think that looks
Look.
really good.
Oh, most people look good in a suit.
Are you saying you don't look
It's
good
universal.
in a suit?
No, I just think it's
He looks
like
good in a
that
suit.
they
I
came
was
up.
saying. I was saying.
I got a nice suit. I got a good suit.
He's got one good suit.
I got a
It's my
real good
funeral
suit.
suit.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
real
Black.
good.
No, it's my funeral. It's my
Yeah.
wedding. It's a graduation.
real good suit.
Yeah.
It is a good suit.
You
Babe,
leave-
do I have to break out the suit for this wedding?
yeah.
Let me know.
I'll wear the good suit.
Yeah. Dude, a bad suit looks so.
There's nothing worse.
Oh.
Long pants on a suit. It like when it like looks like if you're wearing your dad's suit.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Humiliating.
And like the big shoulders.
The
You
big
look like you're getting your
shoulders.
first Holy Communion.
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
You can get away with that until like 20.
I'll never.
Well,
Four.
or also depends on where you live. Because if you live in the middle of Pennsylvania, like some bumblefuck Pennsylvania, and you show up somewhere in like a nice fitted like suit, that everyone's gonna be like, "Look,
They
this
get
fucking
pissed.
queer over here."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You need to look like a disheveled.
disheveled.
You need to look like a plumber who has one suit that he's had.
Wait, is that
for-
where you're from?
No, I'm from
Oh.
Jersey,
Oh, okay.
but I've like been to like rural areas.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, yeah.
Who's
People
this
have a lot of
person?
opinions. I used to have my hair dyed. I went to one wedding, and people had a lot to say about it.
It's insane.
Yeah.
You wear sneakers to a wedding. A lot of people have a lot to say.
But then
about
they
it.
come here and they look like a fucking hobo. So fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, and you're from Connecticut. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you saying? Oh, you wore sneakers to a wedding?
Yeah.
Cocktail attire?
He wears weird shit
Okay.
to wedding. Every formal event I've seen him in, he looks like a magician. He's like all done up. He's got like a brooch and a turtleneck somehow, and like a hat or whatever.
Magician is so funny.
Yeah.
Insane. I'm throwing
The
doves.
DJ,
Yeah.
the DJ's like, they hired a fucking
Am I
magician.
separate?
All right, what's your walkout song, my guy?
Yeah.
Max like what?
Crazy
He's like,
pattern jacket.
he's like, let's
oh, it's
go.
always like a thing.
Oh, you're
with
the
him.
entertainment tonight,
God
right?
Yeah.
forbid you have a little fun. First of all, I've never worn any of those things.
Have you ever worn a
Sometimes
brooch?
I've worn a plaid suit. I don't know if that's insane.
It's a little.
And I had blue hair at a wedding once.
Blue?
I have worn
Hair?
sneakers to a wedding.
Blue
yeah.
hair?
Yes. Everything is fitted. I always look nice.
Your blue hair is
crisp.
fitted.
The blue hair was fitted. It was back when I had it like this, just here.
Honestly, though, if you had blue hair and you were in the wedding party, I'd say you need
I
to.
wasn't in the wedding party,
Yeah.
and my friends Mackenzie and Carl specifically told me I couldn't do it. So
'Cause
that's
the
when I
hair.
kind of, they said, no, nothing. Keep it. Why don't you go ahead and not make it about you?
They said, why
And
don't you?
and I was like, I respect it.
yeah.
Yeah, it was really tough for you, huh?
Well, I wanted to spite them. It
What
made
did
me
you?
wanna
What
do it
did,
even-
what,
made
did,
me
what was
wanna
the
do it
piece
even
of
harder.
flair that you brought? What was the piece of flair that? Because you,
Behind
there's
the
no
hair?
way you didn't swap
Yeah.
out the blue hair. Did you bring a monocle? What did you wear? A sunglass monocle?
Oh,
You can only
God.
shade in one eye.
One
No,
platform
I probably,
shoe.
I probably wore a bunch of rings or something.
A lot of rings. Too many rings?
I probably wore too many rings. Or like this was like polished or something.
Yeah. That would. Oh my God.
I probably wore a watch and like a bracelet. And
Yeah.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, you don't just accept that and not do a thing
Well, you still have to put
in
on a little
replace
show.
it. Yeah.
A little show. You have to put on a little show.
Yeah. You still walk out. When the DJ's like, please welcome, and it's Mac walking out first.
I would love to see you have to wear an outfit that I pick, just the plainest. I'm like so normcore.
Yeah.
Like to see you just not have any flair.
I'll still look good.
You'll feel naked.
But will you feel awful?
No, I mean I think that's the beauty of having my
Having.
spirit and soul. Having.
Yeah. Having.
But also I don't think what's normal, you know?
Not what you're wearing.
Yeah, not you. You look like you're dressed to model for like a teens magazine.
Delia's. Delia's. Specifically.
Yeah, you look like you're about to accept a Kids' Choice Award.
But you're like, what's up? And you get slimed at the end.
yeah, you look like you're about to get slimed.
What's up, guys? Good to be here.
Okay. That's the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
I would love that. No, but
Yeah.
honestly, if I got slimed, I would kill myself. That would. Could you imagine?
No.
You know, it tastes like applesauce, right?
How do you know that?
Because I went back in the day, went to the Universal Studios, the Nickelodeon Studios, and
That reminds
they
me.
let you try it.
I saw a TikTok
I never
that
got to
said
try it.
Nickelodeon, the perverts behind Nickelodeon made it green, like green screen green, so they could change it to white. The slime. So when you slime the stars at that, you can turn it to white, so it looks like cum. There's a
Oh,
TikTok.
just like on the inside, they were like, "Yeah, do
Yeah.
the cum mode,
What?
make it
Yeah,
cum
and
mode."
then they made it green screen green, so then like anybody can like change it
Okay.
into like
Right.
to change the color and make it perverted.
But come on though, like if I'm like if we're editors on a show, and I got to sit here and fucking edit these stupid kid sketches all day, and I realize I hit one button, I'm like, hey, all that green slime, when I make it white, it looks like they're getting covered in cum. That's hilarious. Like, that doesn't mean I'm, like, jacking off to the kids.
Wait, no,
so
they were
your
actually
immediate
perverts.
response was defending the idea.
They were pervs. They were like.
Some of
yeah.
them were. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
the doc, that big
Yeah.
fat guy.
I
Yeah.
didn't
The
see-
logo was a foot.
What's that?
The logo was a foot.
So what?
Why is that
That's
weird?
A pervert.
What about? Have you guys seen all like the weird? Have you seen the weird stuff in Little Mermaid?
Oh, yeah. The boner. There's
Up
the
top cover of the VHS is a boner,
yeah,
What do you mean?
and the wedding
What do you
scene
mean?
too.
and he
The-
has a
the
boner,
priests.
and he has a boner. He's
Yeah.
like gathered here today.
There's
and,
also
yeah.
in The Rescuers with those two mice that like solve crimes. There's like this scene in the first one where this bird
I like to think
is
of us as two mice
swooping
who
down.
solve crimes.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, kind of. But it's like when there's like a bird in New York City like swooping down, all these buildings are going by. I guess if you pause it at like a certain spot, some of the windows just have like naked people in them. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
See, and you know
But they
what?
scrubbed them out in the DVDs. You got to find the
You're
shit on the VHSs.
You're the guy who would have been editing this in the 90s, by the way.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah, they're never gonna notice. Hey, look, there's a naked couple in the window. That's hilarious. That's for me. That's my flair. That's my special flair.
That's insane. Did you find the boner?
Yes. It's loading. We get no cell service. in
Boner
this?
loading.
We get no
Boner loading.
We get no service in this.
He's got firewalls for the porn.
Oh, of course.
This thing's Fort Knox. You want to
Yeah.
get on the dark web, it's safe.
This is a kid-safe apartment.
Get Penny out here.
I don't know where she is. She's probably in the closet.
Chris.
Away from this coughing troll.
Seriously.
She's afraid of this beast in her living room.
I'm allergic anyway.
He looks like somebody who would eat cats.
I'd eat a cat. I'd eat a dog. Come on, if you prepare it nice.
No, stop.
Fuck out of here.
No, for real.
You wouldn't eat it, right? You would.
Nice.
No.
No, I would not eat it.
No.
Oh, I
not
would.
eat it.
No.
There's most animals I would eat.
Wow.
No, because most animals I would try to befriend. If you actually brought me to a farm and there was a cow that let me go, pss, 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 and then a couple of scritches, I would never.
Yeah,
have
I don't want to
another
do
hamburger.
that. I don't want to befriend the cat and then eat it. But like, if I'm at a restaurant
But then
and they're like,
once
"Oh,
you
we
know,
got fried
once you know
cat,"
that you can befriend one of them and you've achieved that, how could you eat another? And knowing what it's capable of, true friendship.
so do you not eat meat then?
No, I do. I've never become friends with a cow, and that's why I've avoided it. I won't go to farms.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But by establishing a relationship with one of any kind of animal,
yes. Now
that moving forward you wouldn't.
it's tough to. It's like now that I know that people are people, tough to eat a people.
I don't know.
So you'd eat a person?
Yeah, I would.
We completely forgot. I'm so upset by this. I'm like, Rachel, I'm sorry.
If someone,
Oh no, because I don't eat meat,
Did
so
you find
I'm
the
out.
boner? What happened?
It's not loading because you're.
Okay, I'll look it up
yeah.
on mine, on my Wi-Fi. Flag
Yeah.
it for the government.
Little Mermaid boner.
Is that what you searched? What did you search?
No, I just
You'll
typed
probably
Little
Oh,
get a few
Mermaid.
different kind of videos for that.
You said Little Mermaid what? Little Mermaid boner.
Wedding boner.
There is a wedding boner.
Yeah.
He does have a boner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
the wedding boner.
Yeah. There's probably other ones. There's
And
like
then
a
the
bunch of
cover.
them.
The cover. Hold on. Sorry, you look.
If you just do there's like a whole bunch of them. It's not just Little Mermaid. If you just, because there's some in Aladdin too.
Really?
Boner?
Yeah. No, just like these like weird sort of like secret sex things that like who knows if
These
there
little
were.
panels. But so it's not. So your argument is that it's not subliminal, like sinister goals. It's more.
Oh
like
no,
a-
yeah, dead center. Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Where?
Like the little tubes.
My
The little
mind won't let
tubes
me
are,
see it. I
are
go, where?
phallic.
No, that's a full-blown dildo.
That's a pee-pee.
That's a veiny
Right.
peep.
But then like there's like a bunch of
Look at that.
there's a bunch of
Smell.
archived like classified like Disney animations
That is
that
crazy.
Walt Disney made. Yeah, it's insane. That is like straight up just like racist stuff.
Well, yeah,
that's
But
really
right.
I'm not talking like the Crows and Dumbo racist. I'm talking like
Bad.
doing like deliberately making fun of like black people.
Well, Walt
and like
Disney was famously a
Mickey
Nazi,
Mouse
no?
doing blackface
Oh, was
and
he?
shit.
Wasn't Walt Disney a Nazi?
Yeah, there's like conspiracy talk about
And he's, like,
him being
frozen.
connected to the Nazi Party and all this
They say
shit.
that.
But there was a lot of Americans before we entered World War II that
You're
were
being a real-
oddly
Seriously.
pro.
You a fan of the Nazis?
No, I'm just like old enough that I watch a lot of history shit.
Got it. Yep.
He gives a lot of benefit of the doubt. You know what
Yeah,
I
no,
mean?
I'm
He's a
really-
No, it's true.
It's like, listen, if
advocate.
you
There was a lot of
edited
German
children's
immigrants.
Yeah,
cartoons,
if you edited- wouldn't you throw in a tit? You wouldn't throw in a titty?
you weren't throwing a
Adolf
your
Hitler
penis?
had made a speech at Madison Square Garden. We let him do it.
He did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
famously did a rally.
And
That's why they were
and the
talking
free
about
speech
that.
advocates were like, we don't like it, but he has to do it because it's America. It's free speech. So
I don't
this
love
was
that.
before we were attacking that. This was
Got it,
before
got it,
we
got
were
it.
in the war, but
Oh, he was like touring.
basically, yeah,
He
yeah.
did rallies.
He was
And,
the first
and,
podcast.
and a lot of Americans. That's what I was saying. A lot of Americans came out for it because there was a lot of like German immigrant people
We're
that
into it.
moved here, and at first, not everyone knew about the Jew hating killing part, and
But
then
also,
that started getting.
You forget that how popular anti-Semitism was worldwide.
Yes.
It wasn't just. It wasn't
Yeah.
like everybody loved the Jews
Right.
Right.
outside of the Germany of it all.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Still
this podcast
huge.
became about this. It's because you love the wars. We brought about. By the way, last time we had Mike Ramonte, other old man, and friend of the show, and I asked him if he's gotten into wars yet because they both are at an age where they would start getting obsessed with wars and
Yeah,
which
like
war.
documentaries
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
watching history
Yeah.
shit.
Is your husband obsessed with wars?
No.
he hasn't
No.
got into it
Nope.
because
and I'm
every
so
day
grateful.
in the ER is a war.
Is a war. He lives
Right.
in a war
He
every
lives-
day.
he's attacks
Yeah.
all
Wait, what
rich.
kind of doctor is he?
ER.
Whoa.
It's the pit.
So his relationship with death is weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I work with some like
He's always been though. He's like pretty removed.
well anybody who I know. I used to know a paramedic guy that I used to work with back in the
Bless
day,
you.
and
Thank you.
it was when we lifeguarded, and he would like I had to do CPR on a guy. This guy died.
Whoa.
And the other guy that I was with was kind of like a little weird afterwards. I was fine, but it sucked. But then the paramedic dude was just like, Yeah, this shit happens all the time.
I mean,
Like,
CPR
they don't
is
give-
rarely.
You've tried to resuscitate a dead man, dying man.
Yeah, the guy had a heart attack eating a ham sandwich in his house, 2 houses off from the beach. It was like, dude, it was crazy. I was.
CPR
So
rarely
you've
works.
seen,
Yeah.
and you've been up close.
This dude was dead. This dude
Yeah,
was fucking
yeah,
dead.
yeah.
But I'm
It's
not in a
dead man.
position. First respond.
How did
I
you
was
know
a
how to
first.
do it? Oh, you were.
I was a lifeguard on the
Oh.
beach.
Are we
So
gonna
like
have a
I
first
was
responder?
shutting. It was like at 5:00. The beach is shutting down.
And then
I was on
someone's
a
screaming?
ATV. This woman comes running up the beach screaming.
That's so sad.
So I hopped on the quad and we drove and I radioed like the other 2 guys came over and it was like not even on the beach. It was like 2 houses down off the beach.
You get to the end of the beach. Well, this is where my
Well, you're not
Yeah,
on the beach.
I'm
You're
not
like,
allowed to
jurisdiction.
help
Yeah.
you. Yeah.
sand ends.
I can't
end.
leave the beach.
Whoa,
Sand-
drag
yeah.
him over here. Yeah.
Sand ends. I clock out. Sorry.
Yeah. And it was crazy too because it was the dad, his wife, and like their 5 daughters.
Oh.
They were all grown up. They were all like in their like teens and older.
Nobody
but
took
it was
a
just
CPR
a
class?
house full of just like whoa,
Wow.
that like just scream. It was
Oh,
like
that's a lot.
Yeah,
I couldn't- yeah.
That's devastating. And how come you've never brought this up? It's traumatizing.
Exactly. Why would I
Other-
bring this up?
other-
We're at the bar.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, one time a guy died at my hands.
Anyway.
And these screaming broads wouldn't shut up.
You've seen a man die.
Yeah. Why we strapped him to the AED too.
What the hell does that mean?
That's like
Queer.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Well, it's not
I thought
those
you said
ones.
queer, gay,
Queer.
AED. You mean gay?
Queer.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you imagine? Didn't work. We called him queer. He didn't
How
wake
does
up.
a gay
You call it
paramedic-
straight.
AED, always eating dick.
No.
Queer.
That was good.
Thanks. I was
Quick.
thinking about it while you 2 were
Yeah,
talking.
you were like fucking writing. In
I was
your
thinking
head.
about
I was like,
You call it straight.
At one point, it was like ass eating dicks. Yeah,
Didn't work.
And I
That
got
wouldn't
to
hit as
I'm
hard.
so-
yeah.
you-
That's why I waited
but you
till I
threw
got
it
to
out
the good
there.
one. Yeah,
You
yeah.
You still went out there with it though. You're like,
you for the
listen
second
to this
choice.
bad one though.
But we,
We're like, ha ha ha.
let me.
I had a second one in the chamber, just so you know.
We're like, that one sucks.
That
He's
one
like, I
wasn't
know.
good.
I
Good
know.
thing you waited.
Anyway, but yeah, he's dead.
Oh.
But yeah, he's dead.
That's crazy. I'm sorry that happened.
Yeah, why were we talking about? Oh yeah, because your husband doesn't care about
Yes.
death. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Pretty unless kid will get him.
Oh, God.
A child.
Yeah. That's yeah.
That'll mess with him. But even then, he is pretty. Like people will cry around him, and he'll be like,
Well, I'm sure in the moment he's got to be the stronger one.
Right,
You can't have the
right.
doctor coming out being like,
Oh, this
"What the
sucks."
fuck, man?"
yeah,
Yeah. And he's actually fine.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, he's faking,
Fuck,
Ah!
I can't believe I
And then he
did it
turns
again. I'm
around.
a fucking hero.
Yeah, and then he turns around.
Also, people. I feel like people don't appreciate when you try to like also experience their grief with them.
What do you mean?
mean?
Like as a doctor, it'd be weird if you were like, "Fuck, I'm gonna miss him," and it's like that's her husband of 40
like,
years.
yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
You knew him for his last
Yeah,
2 dead
right.
days.
Which is a big time in someone's life.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's you taking credit
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
And I learned a lot about it.
All right.
I have a chart. Do you have
I
a chart?
know. Yeah. Yeah, right.
Other than his heart, he looked like he was in great shape.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah. Cholesterol. Great.
No tattoos.
Yeah.
Very nice. You'll never be buried in a Jewish cemetery.
Ever.
Okay.
Are you an organ donor?
I am.
Are you?
Would they
think
not
so,
take
yeah.
him because of
Yeah.
the tattoos?
Wait, did you guys get the
Oh.
real ID?
Oh.
The
Jesus.
real ID.
Well, no, I think I
can't.
have a newer passport, so I don't need it.
I think.
Well, but then you
got
got to bring your passport for domestic flights.
I always do anyway.
I do
just feel
too.
like, I'm not
Oh.
sure if it might be like a pop quiz or something.
I know.
It just feels more secure.
Wait,
I know.
really?
Yeah.
I know. I
You
feel like
do
my
that?
passport is like you can't fight
You
this.
can't fight it.
You can't
Yeah,
fight
it's
this.
undeniable.
What are you gonna say
It
to
is
me?
undeniable.
I have a passport.
Yeah, I have a Connecticut license.
They're
which I
like,
feel
ma'am, you're going to Miami. I'm like, oh, what can you
You're just
say?
flashing your passport like at the FBI.
Yeah.
You can't deny this.
They're like, no one was. I'm like, that's what I thought.
I guess I've never thought to bring it.
Also, you know you can deny the facial recognition.
How you mean?
You know now
Oh,
they
when
go.
you like, take your hat off.
Yeah.
And, like, look in the thing.
You can say no.
It moves you quicker though.
What are you
And
gonna?
I don't give
yeah,
a shit.
you're gonna hold up the line. Now I'm gonna be asked. Now I'm gonna go up to the guy and go, "Hey, can you move
By the
her
way,
aside
yeah.
while
all
she
of our
fights?"
faces
Yeah.
are so firmly on.
Oh, I know.
Oh, they have a full map of me from every angle, professionally
Well, first of all,
shot.
how do you get an iPhone?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever seen your clips, so I think that you might be your face is clean. You shouldn't do the face recognition
What do you mean?
because
He's being a
you haven't
jerk.
been seen online.
Oh, even though we do a podcast where we post clips together online, you fucking idiot. No one's ever seen your clips?
Get 'em.
Then I guess no one's seeing these, pricko.
They actually haven't been doing that well, if we're being honest.
But-
Hopefully now, when this episode goes up, that they have actually
Mr.
improved.
Spinelli watches it, and that's all that matters.
Honestly, he does love it. He's a big Metcalf fan.
Yeah, the dads like me.
The dads.
The
Yeah.
moms.
You found.
Moms.
Yeah. Well, now
She
you know
makes you waffles.
your fan base. They'll go.
Dads.
Although, if a mom hates you, you can't. If the wife hates you, that's hard to get to the comedy show.
Yeah, but then the husband just goes with his friends.
I guess so.
Yeah. What little fans I have, like when I do the road, the people that hang out after the show to talk to me.
My wife
I
went to the
usually
car,
don't- I
but
usually-
Union
yeah.
workers?
No, it's
Steel
usually
men?
it's like bros.
oh,
Yeah. Like,
what
fuck yeah,
kind?
dude, you want to come to the bar with us?
oh, that's a good crowd.
cool.
Yeah, but I don't want to go to the bar.
No,
with them,
obviously
that's
you
the
don't.
thing, yeah.
Fuck yeah, no. I
No,
don't.
dude, I'm into darker stuff.
Just weird him out. as
I
much
mean,
as-
kind of, man.
You wouldn't
yeah.
be able to hang with the stuff I'm
You're not
into.
gonna like the way I hang out.
you don't want to
So-
know what I'm like
yeah.
off stage.
I get even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not allowed 50 feet into a bar.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm sorry about that crack about your views.
Ah,
I'm
too
really
late.
proud to work with you.
Too late.
This is worse.
Too late.
This is worse than your bad
Too late.
attempts.
Too late.
Hey, I didn't mean that. I want you to know that.
Listen, you're never gonna top Kids' Choice Awards.
Yeah,
Keep trying.
he really did have the line of
I
the.
forgot. Is that why I was lashing out? You did hurt me with that.
Oh, you
I
did?
had forgot why.
You
I was
laughed
lashing
so
out. I was
hard.
lashing out.
Mike, well,
You
But the
yeah.
thing is,
laughed
it also hurt
so
me. It was
hard.
funny to my soul, but there must have been an underlying. I felt a different.
Damn it! That's what his soul said.
I do.
Damn it!
I do look like I would be like choice breakout star.
Which is so
It's my
funny because
first- I've
every
never been
time
invited
Max
to a
sees
different
me,
award
all
show.
he does is roast me. I remember one time I came in with baggy clothes. He's like, "You look like one of those people that goes into the middle school and is like, hey, kids, drugs are bad."
Yeah,
Like,
you
and
You did.
first interaction with him, he was hosting. He didn't know me. He goes, I'm like, how much time are you? He's 5 minutes. You gonna stretch? You gonna stretch? Never met him. Never met him. You gonna stretch?
That's funny.
So funny. I loved it. I fell in love with you. I was like, yep, that's a great guy right there.
Thank you.
But yeah, he can't take it.
Yeah. Typical. The bullies can't take
First
it.
of all, I am neither bully nor do I have a thin skin. You guys are incorrect. No jury would convict
I
me.
thought you were about to be like, I'm an anti-hero.
Maybe we hang out too much. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe
I don't even know what that means, to be honest.
an anti-hero is kind of when someone is. Stop shaking your head. That's
Oh,
right.
No, it's his. He's
typical?
gonna tell you.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, talk, King.
Yeah,
Do
so-
it. Yeah.
Well, it's like the Tony Soprano, Heisenberg, the lovable but villainous,
Got
but
it.
Deadpool.
Got it.
morally gray.
Got it.
But here's the thing: is I'm not that at all. I'm
No.
a sweet boy.
yeah.
I'm a kind person.
You could be an anti
I just like to riff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an Eddie Hat. Yeah.
Plus, I also it's fun. It's like I'm always kinder to just complete strangers. They get full kindness. But then once you
Yeah, if
realize
you're not
that,
getting roasted by Max, he don't like you.
once you realize that a person's like chill, then it's gonna be like, you look like a bitch today.
Damn, dude, he must have realized.
Fun. It's fun. That's how my family we riff.
Man, Max must have noticed I was chill right away.
Yeah, but you can tell when people have good vibe. I read auras. People forget that about me, and I do.
I do feel people's energy though. I'll
You
be like,
can.
Yeah, well,
that person. You ever on stage and that happens? You're
Yeah.
like, someone over
I can
here
tell from a
sucks.
when I
like
get
I'll
up
say
on-
it. I'll go. Someone over here is bad
There's a
vibes.
bad
I
energy.
don't
You
know
can-
what's
you can
happening,
feel it.
but someone figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I'm not here to.
Most rooms don't like me, so it's the opposite for me. I'm like, that guy knows what I'm talking about, but the rest of you, catch up. Catch up to what I'm doing and with me and this guy.
I've heard that. I've heard him do that.
This guy, it's 100,
guy gets it.
180 people. This one
guy-
dude.
This one
there's
guy,
one
he's got
veteran
good
in the back
energy.
swinging his head.
He's got 2 teeth.
He's like, I'm divorced.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't spoken to my kids in 20 years.
Yeah.
I too
This
am
guy
estranged.
gets me. This guy gets me.
But wait, but I don't even remember. I think I just met you like at a show or something like that. But you were like one of the few comics that just like, to your point, the thing that you worked on about like being like, hi, like you were just like,
talk to me like you met me yet. Like we saw each other yesterday and knew you were like, yeah, you're on next. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Like it was just.
I need to work on it.
No, but that's
good.
Yeah.
But I like that. Like, let's
Usually
just get
comedians
into the.
in general, I'll be like that because that's like, just all of us are
Let's
insane.
just get down to business. We're at work.
If you're here, you're insane.
Yeah.
If you're here, you're insane. So I'm already like, you're insane like me. So right this way, sir.
Yeah, but some comics are. Well, a lot of comics are like oddly sensitive, though. I feel like
They are.
Or really, well, the real new ones are very happy still.
But you can tell when
Isn't this
someone's.
great?
But it's the same thing. You can tell when someone's like, oh, look, we're just gonna work together tonight. We won't be riffing.
Yes.
Oh, this
Of
is
course.
just-
Of course.
We're gonna.
Yeah.
I'll sit over here. You sit over there.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Absolutely.
That's okay. We're not gonna be friends.
I have a few of those for sure. I have a few of those.
I'm not even saying like it's not even like I dislike or like
Oh,
you. Like,
yeah.
we have no feeling towards each other
Right.
and we have no interest in making any.
Right. Yes. What was I going to say? You're talking about.
Which sometimes is freeing. Sometimes you do want that.
I never feel pressure. To
my
like,
first memory of you though is driving to Atlantic City, and
Wait.
first of all, I left my phone behind. Let's start there.
Oh, I wasn't there, but that's fun.
Fuck.
And
Yes,
now knowing
I
Chris
forgot about
after
this.
this, I'm shocked he didn't stab me in the neck.
Really?
I would have stabbed me in the neck. I remember some girl left her phone at Stanford, and we were 30 minutes out, and I was like, "It's not. I'll pay for the Uber to bring it here. I'm not turning around." No.
Did you guys turn around?
No, and she was like, "No, don't pay for it. I'll just get it on Tuesday." And it was Friday.
Who forgot their phone?
Mika Mo. And she was like, "I'll get it on Tuesday." And we were like, "Excuse me? No,
She
it's
was just not
Friday."
gonna
And she's
have
like,
a
"I know."
phone?
She's like, "I guess I could DM people on Instagram to let them know." She was so chill about it. I couldn't believe it.
Well, good
But
for her.
that was also the day that homegirl kept calling you. And I guess she just wanted to
Anya.
talk to you, and you kept ignoring it. And then
Oh,
finally,
you were telling me
you
about
got
this.
out of the gas station, and you're like, "What is going on?
What do you want from me?
What?"
Yeah.
And it was like, da, 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 and you're like, "I'm driving."
Yeah.
That's funny.
And it was so great.
What did she want? Do you remember?
I don't remember what she wanted, but she like was like, I need to talk to you about something, and like, I guess expected me to like answer the call, but I was like, I'm in a car with three other people. I'm not gonna have like this like serious, or I don't want to have any talk
Yeah.
with anyone
Yeah.
right now. I'm in a
Right.
car with 4 other people.
No, yeah, no
you
way.
just don't like do that.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
sabotages everyone's time.
It's
like-
insane. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
When someone answers the speakerphone when I'm in there, even if we're close, I'm like, "This is insane."
Answers are on speakerphone. in
No,
a
like
car?
on the car, it goes on the
yeah,
car.
no, that's insane.
And they'll be like, "Rachel's here," and I'm like, "Hi,
I shouldn't
what?
be.
Hello." I didn't
No,
know.
yeah, I was when you forgot
So
your phone.
funny.
I had to do like a lot of like, you would do this, you would want them to turn.
We weren't too
around.
bad. It was like 10 minutes out.
It was a little more than that.
They were more okay. I remember round trip. It made it.
We made it to the Parkway.
Oh, bad.
Yeah,
Bad.
we made it to the
Real bad.
Parkway. Yeah.
But it wasn't at the club. It wasn't all the way back at the club. I left it at a gas station.
So
Yes.
you also left your phone?
Yes.
Mika and you each
Not at the
left
same time. God, pay attention.
It's just what a sad group of people. Look for your phones. Put it in your pocket.
Oh, I'm sorry. Not all of us have a great mind like you.
I lose my phone all the time. Good riff, gang. Why
Well,
are you
thank
both
you.
looking at me like
Well, thank
disappointed
you for
parents?
not-
You will try
You
to
both
ta-
leaned
Thank you for
in.
not. Thank you for going back.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it would have been kind of dickhead move to not go back.
I felt so bad.
I mean,
I
really
think what saved me is because I was like, I am so like.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking take me out to pasture. I'm
No,
sorry.
if we were like man, I don't even know. I feel like even if we were an hour out, I still probably would have been.
No,
like,
I wouldn't
let's
have made you
fucking
do that. I
go.
would have gotten an Uber.
I just want you both to know that the entire time that you've been telling the story, you haven't been doing it in a very inclusive way. And if I'm a listener, which I am, I'm watching.
So is that why you
it
tried to
over.
make fun of us for her losing
Well,
her
I
phone?
was just trying to kind of work my way in.
Oh,
I just
okay.
wanted to
Coming
say
from
something.
two guys that were talking about meat for 30 minutes. God.
I was
Now
gonna
wait a
say-
second. A dog? Okay. What?
He said he was
What
gonna
kind
eat
of
a
dog?
He said he was going to eat a dog.
Any dog? Are we talking wolf? Chihuahua? Any dog? Oh, I'm sorry, Rachel. You don't eat meat. So what kind of dog?
Did you not eat meat?
No.
Really?
Yep.
Why didn't you bring that up while we were talking about that?
Because it's so annoying. Because then everyone's like,
But
"Are you okay?"
We're having an exact conversation about that.
What? About what?
Not eating meat.
I think I did say it, but you guys were
Yeah.
so into it.
She
Yes.
said
Did
it.
you say it? You
Yeah.
just ignored her?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what's she gonna say? She doesn't eat meat. She's not gonna eat anything that we
she
talk
gonna-
about
yeah, well,
eating.
What's she gonna add?
Yeah.
No, seriously, what am I gonna say?
What
Oh,
kind-
are you gonna eat a dog?
You can,
no.
Yeah, let's do ones for her. Hey, would you eat hay? Would you eat?
Would you?
If I had to.
It seems
had-
really dry.
I
Would
had
you ever
to.
eat moss?
I don't know why that's making me laugh so hard, but it is.
Funny.
Getting contact high.
It might be actually he's blowing it in your face every time. So
Look at the fan going.
yeah, but the fans.
I also like now I have like church laughter. You know, when like you're not supposed to be laughing.
Yeah, suppressed laughter is the best. Yeah, like when you're.
And
kneeling
I
in
do
front
feel
of a
like it is
casket.
oddly smoky in here, but God bless.
Oh, secondhand smoke. I'm gonna die. Would
Wait,
you
what were we
eat
just talking about?
hay?
Oh yeah, with
The
yeah,
way that
you feel
told your
left out.
story, Yeah, it was rude.
Wait, why are you a vegetarian? Should we open a window?
There's a window open right there.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'll open this one. I'm gonna open this one. I'll open this one.
I don't know why that was so funny. What'd you eat? Hay?
The pacing is so off and insane right now. I think that's what's happening.
Oh, okay.
I'm having fun.
Oh, me too. But that was.
It could be either 10 minutes or 3 hours.
We're like just about an hour.
My grandfather would eat horse.
It's actually ventriloquist.
Let me ask you: you ever done a podcast before?
Not high.
That's
Should not
funny.
have made me laugh that hard. I'm pretty sure I'm high.
That's fun.
He was so upset with you. He's like, what are we supposed to ask?
He makes like a big thing out of nothing all the time.
I
It's
have
crazy.
opinions. I'm allowed to have opinions. That's the point.
Yes, you have freedom of speech.
Thank you.
MSG, here you come.
MSG.
Well,
Madison
freedom of
Square.
speech.
Why didn't I was thinking of like Asian food.
Oh.
You know that whole
Oh,
thing
I
was
never
bullshit?
put that together.
Yeah.
I never thought of that.
That's what it's named after.
Whoa.
They
That whole
invented it
thing
in
was
the stadium during a big game. A group of
Yeah.
Asians.
racist towards the Asians at MSG.
Are they?
Yeah, that back in the 80s, one guy had a heart attack and they blamed it on the MSG, which is just a
Oh.
salt. It's just salt,
Well, it is really bad, right?
but it tastes good.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just salt.
MSG
It's like
isn't
No.
literally, if you
No, it's not
go,
actually bad. That
yeah,
was like,
go
that's
to
like
the
a racist
supermarket.
It gives people
Go to the
migraines and
spice-
shit.
thing. No.
it's just like high octane salt.
Hey, Siri,
No. Big salt.
Yeah,
tried
yeah,
to
ask Siri.
sabotage.
what is the seasoning MSG made of? Monosodium glutamate. Glutamate is a seasoning derived from amino acid. It is a flavored enhancer that is commonly used as a food additive. It's an additive. It's bad, bad, bad.
Yeah, but salt's an additive.
Salt's an additive.
No.
Black pepper's an additive.
No.
I heard
spices
sodium.
are additives.
I said glucate though before, didn't I? I said sodium glucate.
Sure. Yeah.
Remember?
You remember when I said that?
Remember when I said that?
But yeah, some guy had a heart attack. They blamed it on MSG, and everyone was like, "These Chinese are trying to kill us with their
Well,
MSG."
was he having
Damn.
pounds and pounds of Szechuan chicken?
Yeah, but they use MSG in like Europe and shit, and that's why the fries taste better.
It's good.
Yeah, it's banging.
I thought it was bad for you.
I mean, it's like
No,
it's
that's-
bad for you the same way that salt's bad for you.
Yeah,
it's just
you
like
overdo
sodium,
it.
but
No, I think y'all are wrong about that.
Oh, I think that I'd never agree with him because he's a prick. But I
yeah, you've fallen into.
I
the
don't think MSG is the same
I think you got
nutritional
you've been
effects
brainwashed by
I
the
think you
food
got
as
industry.
MSG. No way.
The food industry is just as bad.
you
as
tell
the
me you're
cigarette
not going to
industry.
enjoy.
MSG is no. I'm not saying it doesn't taste good. Whoa.
I thought
I'm
you were saying
saying-
that you don't eat it.
Salt is like an element. MSG is like
I don't
chemically
think it's
made.
an element.
Whatever.
It's not
It's
in the
on
documentaries
it's on
that I've
the-
seen.
It's on the
I think everything
periodic
is.
table.
Is it?
No.
All right, let's get her Mortal Kombat character before
I'm scared.
we close out the
I don't know
podcast.
what that
okay,
means.
yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
what that
yeah.
means.
This
I
is a
don't
good
know
way
what
to
that
close
means.
it out.
Pass.
Yeah.
Thank you for having
I'm
me.
actually gone.
Did you ever play?
No.
Okay. So this will be easy because we could just do it.
Right.
So
This is
we've
fantastic.
Sounds insane
been
already.
coming up with Mortal Kombat characters
Are you
for
familiar with the
everybody.
concept of Mortal Kombat?
No.
Nothing. You know nothing about it.
You've
I
never
mean-
been to an arcade. You've never seen an old fighting game.
I've definitely been to an arcade.
Didn't you have a brother?
No. Older sister.
Neither, nobody?
No. I had no one in life.
You don't
Yeah.
You have a husband. He's
Yeah.
never taught you about these things?
No. Mortal Kombat? What are you even saying?
There have been many feature films.
I love how you're like, you don't know Mortal Kombat because you had no one in your life growing up.
No friends, huh?
You were like, you were
Doesn't
north.
know Mortal Kombat,
You're like-
loser.
Someone didn't hang out at the local pizzeria.
Yeah, you didn't go to McGowan's in Monroe?
No,
They
I
have
definitely
great Mortal Kombat machine.
no. What is it?
It's just, it's not fun anymore.
Sorry. Oh, is this the one that's like they're fighting?
Yeah,
And they're like,
yeah.
Strike them down, and it's like, and then you like
Strike 'em down?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty good.
yeah.
That's actually
okay.
pretty-
I know that
Good.
one. Yeah.
We should use that for the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
Okay, I know.
Down.
Right? And they're like going like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
didn't know
yeah.
that's called Mortal Kombat.
Well, you still didn't say it.
Mortal Kombat. What'd I say? Merkel.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. MC. I've never heard of it.
MK.
MK. Combat is with a K.
Yeah,
it's
it's,
different.
Oh, I'm
it's
really
tough.
okay
It's
because
cool.
the illiterates are now.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Love it. You guys are like, you don't know Mortal Kombat with a K? You don't know more. Do you have no one growing up? Are you an orphan?
I think you're an orphan. I guess the foster home didn't have an arcade.
Yeah, that's basically what you're saying. All right, try me. Let's see if this works.
Okay, so what we've been doing is having people come up with their own fighter
But
within the game.
we like.
But now we've adjusted it to just telling you what your fighter would be.
So you have input, but like we're gonna sort of Sherpa you through it. because
Bobaloo was a
Bo-
trip-sitting mushroom guy who kind of is like he's like kind of poisoning and giving you drugs and stuff,
okay.
and like being kind of freaking you out.
yeah,
with psychedelics.
I'll talk someone to death.
Yeah, I'm a train jumping hobo. Like my power is like I just
Fitting.
throw a brick at you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
What did
yeah,
we
yeah.
make Mike Bramante?
Oh, White Knight.
White Knight.
Yeah,
Pristine white armor.
Yes. Yes.
but then he has a
What's
rage.
Max?
Oh, Dr. Acid.
Dr. Acid. I have a medical coat, and I throw potions and stab you with a syringe.
He's got a syringe.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah, he pulls it out.
Nice, nice,
Pretty
nice,
fun.
nice.
Yeah, but I'll also get into your deep insecurities.
Okay, yeah, let's do
Yeah.
it.
I did my residency in psych.
Yeah,
A lot of
yeah.
people forget that about me.
Oh, I thought we were about to get into mine right now. I was like, I was ready. I was like,
No,
yeah,
we're
let's
not
talk.
ready for that.
Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's talk.
You didn't comb your hair today. You're not ready to.
Yeah, yeah. I'm ready. I'm ready. Tell me them. I can tell
But
you them.
like, what would the fighter be? What would her? Because she is a fighter. Bagel mom.
Wait.
Well, what I hit people with bagels? That's not good enough.
Just like a Long Island, just kind of like.
That's what I was gonna. I actually wrote in here. I was like,
Did you write bagel
we-
mom?
Well, no, I
And mom in the
I-
sense of
I wrote
not having children.
when
Okay.
we didn't get to it, but when I asked you what you think you would be in another life, I was like, I wrote that you'd be like the badass, cool suburban mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We have both
Probably.
just called her a mom. And
Yeah, but
she
in
said
another dimension.
steadfastly, yeah, do you think there's another dimension where you do have children? Why would we ask her that?
What do you mean? Why would we ask her what? What would she be if she was? I don't know, because it's a fun question.
That is a fun question.
I've
Yeah.
asked you things like that.
But also, yeah, I think people just see women as moms.
Also, we're comedians. I often
That's
think like,
that's
what would
I'm
I
Yeah.
be doing if
Yeah,
I wasn't?
by
always.
asking that question.
I love how you're like, do you guys know? Max is like, have you heard the good word about feminism? Like, you're like, men don't see women as equals. I don't know if you know that. I'm like, no, this is my life. This is my whole. I just don't
crazy.
fight it as much, which is bad.
Right. Well,
Don't ask me that.
Would
Well,
you
what
get
am I supposed to
exhausted?
say? Oh, in another world, you're a high-powered CEO. I mean, you could be, but I'm just saying, like, it's a vibe. There's a vibe. You'd be the badass mom with like she's.
But I would've
you're
preferred
also
the other
no
one.
Bullshit. You have
I
the
would've-
nicest car and all.
I would have
this shit.
preferred the other one, the high
Which
power
one?
CEO.
Okay, so that's fine.
But
We
that's
can
not how
do
you
that
see
one
me.
too.
Because you're sexist.
And now I see you as kind of like a Sarah Connor from Terminator, really strong, but also a mom.
Yeah, that-
famously a mom.
Yeah.
Fuck, she had a kid.
Yeah, right. She could have been something, but then she had kids.
No,
Yeah.
she was very strong despite her children.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah,
right.
you're just a barren MILF. Yeah. barren
She can
MILF.
still have
No,
the ability
I just
to
love it.
have
I know.
milk.
No,
Yeah.
Chris
She
is
only
like,
doesn't
so
have
she
children
does.
because she can't physically have them.
That's Chris.
Otherwise, she
It went from kids to all the way just can't.
We have done 7 to 9 characters already, and not one of them has had a children mentioned. No fatherhood was mentioned.
Right.
Through all of the men that, by the way,
Yeah, right.
What do you mean?
we never brought up whether or not one of the fighters, their character, was a mom or a dad.
And any of the other ones, yeah. Because I'm a girl. I love how you guys are. This is amazing because I'm not really fighting it.
But
and you
I
guys
didn't
are
want
realizing,
this to be part of her Mortal Kombat character. We just are on a side.
No, but
step.
I think what you're saying is in all the other previous guests, you didn't bring that up.
It didn't bring up.
Yeah, right.
It didn't come up.
Right, but I didn't bring it up to be part of her Mortal Kombat character. I brought it up because we started talking about something else.
I'm not. I don't think you're. I don't. I'm just saying. I love how
I'm
you're.
sexist.
Oh, okay. Got it. Got it. Okay.
But
Probably.
in a way,
Barf.
is that exposure therapy? Is he
Yeah.
beating? Is he
Yeah.
defeating? Is he pro-feminism for being that way?
No, listen, I'm the opposite. Like for all like the
You know when they say
cl-
that.
clean cut comics who end up having like they do dark shit off
Yeah.
stage. I talk about doing dark shit, and then I go home. My girlfriend yells at
They
me
actually have
because
a
I don't have
real-
enough money,
They
and I'm
have-
like,
they
I'm
have a
sorry,
very
don't
healthy
leave me.
relationship.
That's the reality.
No,
They have a very healthy
usually, yeah. Yeah, it's the ones that are like, everything's fine,
The
and you're
people
like,
that the wife guys, where they're always bragging about their wife.
Yeah.
and bringing them up. That's famously online. There was like one of the Try guys.
Yeah, or
thing.
dudes who like act like they're like big time feminists and like do all the shit that you do.
Oh,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Yeah,
and
yeah.
they're not. They're the
Yeah.
opposite.
First of all,
No, he's definitely he's for the women.
Yeah. Me too.
I fucking hate him.
No, no.
Fucking hate him. No, I'm like the real guys. I hate him too.
It is funny
No,
though.
I'm safe to
I
be
probably
around.
would've
God
done the
forbid.
same thing.
What?
Honestly, I probably would have done the same thing.
With what?
Like asked if it was a female, you ask.
It's crazy to.
Yeah.
It's where the mind.
But every other man, you're not like you're gonna be a
you're not-
dad.
Yeah. And so Alex Quo, where do your kids go?
No,
when
we
you're-
talked about being dad. We talked about that with Babbitt. We were talking about
Being
being
dad.
dads. Yeah.
He is very fatherly.
Yeah, because he wants to be a dad.
Oh, he
he
does.
is.
Yeah. We talked about it.
What a loser.
I thought he was a father.
And I opened up the episode actually asking about marriage and all that other shit.
Yeah.
So fuck the two of you and fuck all the women. No.
Yeah, he just goes off. He does-
We talked
Yeah.
about a woman before.
yeah.
Not so sexist anymore, huh?
Yeah. Exactly. No, who's my character?
Right. So.
All right,
anyway,
let's get back to that.
Yeah, who's
Got
my
super
character?
sidetracked.
Who's my
That's
character?
never happened before. Now, have you ever been in a fight in your life?
I've
I have
only
some questions.
physically hit my sister.
Really?
Hmm?
How bad?
Not that bad.
Right.
I threw a wrench at her head.
Nice.
Yeah.
So do you think that in your fighting style you'd be more range based? Why don't you
Yeah, I
make
got it.
a little longer, huh? Why are you
I think I wouldn't fight until I
This is my house and I wanted a LaCroix. Well, while you're in there.
Oh, I gotta get going soon, gentlemen. I'm sorry.
She's gotta go.
I'm sorry. This was so much fun.
I'll tell you right now who you are.
Okay. I'm ready.
I was about to say a widow.
Oh, that's really funny. He'll think that's the funniest thing he's ever heard. Guess who my character is?
She's not a mother, but she is a widow.
Hell yeah, the widow.
The widow.
Hell
That's a good
yeah.
one.
I just looked at you in
yeah,
all black, and I do see that
Yeah.
for you.
The widow.
The widow is good. There's a
And then
veil.
how do I kill people?
You? It's like
I lure them in.
It's like you disappear like shadows. Like you'll disappear.
Oh.
into
Yeah,
shadows,
she
come
does.
up.
She does a lot of like teleporting with shadows.
Wow.
You do low key have claws.
Yes.
Yeah.
These are like the nails
Yeah.
are always like. Have you? Do you
Yeah,
do that?
that's part of the
Isn't that a
combo.
defense mechanism. I read a
Oh,
book
for
once
sure.
where the main character she did get them filed down just in case. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
To
Like her nails were like she always got them like a special gel that made them strong.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
like made them sharp
yes.
as like a self defense thing. Is
Yeah.
that?
That's why I have these here
You do.
today with me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
2 men in
See
an
now that's
apartment.
incorporated in the character. Ripped from the headlines.
Yeah, and because you're like dark and like all like kind of mysterious and like a widow, like you also like do shit like where you're like because all the characters like say stuff.
Yeah.
You'll like do a move and you're like, I'll haunt your children, you know, and then like do like
gotta
scratch
be
them.
children.
Feel
Yeah,
about children.
yeah, because you don't like them.
Okay,
you know?
yeah,
and you
yeah.
don't have any.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what?
Yeah.
Your character would be like, I'll never have children.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll be your.
All children must die.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
kids for me. It's
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
The Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
By
even
the way,
like.
in life, I was barren.
Yeah, and like some of her moves,
Yeah,
maybe
he
there's
said- he
just like
doesn't- yeah, he
little
loves
dark
it.
demon shadow children come out and like
Whoa!
attack you.
All the children that I've killed.
Yeah, kind of like a noob Saibot
All the
character.
children I've killed come out.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
it's a great
exactly. Yeah,
character.
exactly. All the children you've just
Yes,
they're
yes,
now
yes, yes.
you're yeah.
But
Dude,
I want
that's
to. I
fucking
want to be able
sick,
to
dude.
kill, so my children kill people.
No, dear, you're
Well, you
close.
do too.
Your
It's
clouds
you know
are
or your
clouds.
dark shadowy clouds like that
You're
like
coming
follow
out.
you around like a shadow
Bro,
creature.
Whoa.
You're whispering in their ear, maybe you kill yourself. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That kind of thing, and then you're kind of
Okay.
Okay,
people.
what about fatalities?
Fatality is it's called the renewal of the vows.
I don't know what this means. Fatality.
Fatality is when at the end of a fight when you beat somebody,
Yeah.
they kind of stagger there and then
There's
the
like an
winning-
opportunity for you to like, if you put it in a certain combo, to like do this crazy finishing move where like
Where you
you'll
Oh,
rip
yeah.
their head
Finish
off.
them.
Yeah,
Finish-
finish
yeah,
them.
that's it.
Yeah.
See, I did play it.
Yeah, see?
Hell
You
yeah,
had
you did
friends!
hang out at the pizza shop.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah.
You
I
went to
did
the
it.
gallons.
Now I know. I just didn't know what it was called. That's my ADD in a nutshell. I'll be
Oh,
hanging
yeah.
out of a spot for 10 years, and they'll be like, "What's the name of it?" I'm like, "I got no
She was
idea."
actually really good at it.
No, seriously,
I
I
thought someone
don't.
was Scorpion.
I really, honestly, I feel better about this you now.
Oh.
I was like,
was a red
where?
flag.
What? Yeah, like you've never heard.
Yo,
of
I don't
Right.
trust people that
Nothing?
never heard
Yeah.
of it.
No, I know it. I played it all the time in this arcade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just didn't know the name. I don't look at those details. I'm just
Well-
like, I go to this place.
Yeah, but you're not like a video game person, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, I did play for a while PlayStation 2, the Harry Potter game and Laura Croft.
The Harry Potter game was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, you played Tomb Raider?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That was a good
game.
one. I got so
wait,
angry.
So wait, let's get a fatality
fatality.
because she's got to go.
She's got to go. What's the thing? The renewal of the vows. You're on the altar with the opponent. They're kind of there.
Yeah.
You're
yeah.
on your block. You're just kind of a fear.
And I have to say something?
You don't have to, but can you? Would you like to?
No, I'm saying, is that what is that what the fatality is? It's like a line?
Well, he was getting to. Are you building towards
Well,
a?
now I've been knocked off.
Oh,
twice,
I'm so
I'd like
sorry.
to
I'm so
knock
sorry.
too.
I'm so sorry.
I've tried
I'm
to
so-
land this plane now twice, and now the,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
the whole idea feels ruined, and I'll
Oh,
hear from someone
God.
else then.
She
Oh,
doesn't
God.
like being left out of the conversation.
I'm just asking questions. I got no idea what's going on.
Okay, so
Okay,
they're gonna do the vow
the
thing.
renewal of the vow. There's like a little archway. You're in you're there across from them, and I don't. How does she kill them? It needs to be really really dramatic, and I lost it. But maybe
Gotta do
Oh
till
well,
death.
maybe you may now kiss the bride, and then she's just like when they kiss, her tongue goes through the back of their head.
Oh my God, that's good.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're
So-
really gruesome. The
So
fatality.
just to be
Oh.
clear, our first woman's fatality is kissing you to death.
Yeah. Typical.
I mean, we could do another one. We could do different ones. Maybe the little
Chris is
baby kids come
exhausted
out and
so
tear
much.
them, pull them in all four directions.
I thought I had a slogan like "Till death do you part," and then I.
Well, yeah, that's a
everyone-
they'll
Okay.
always say something like that. Yeah.
That's good.
And all my kids kind of.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All my demon children eat you.
Ah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, the tongue thing is. I'm like, no, but if you guys.
Well,
like
I don't know. I was just trying to go with the
the
vows
tongue
thing.
thing's actually that we'll walk if you don't agree to the
it. No,
tongue
it's
thing.
fine. We can keep it.
The tongue thing's a deal breaker.
I mean, he's really on the fence about me ever since I didn't know what it was, so I got to go with his idea.
And then she lied and said that she did play it a whole
Yeah.
bunch.
Thank God. Thank God. This would have been really embarrassing. I just like how I played it. I didn't know the name.
That is fun. Wait, before we all depart and you have spots, you're going to just leave this home
Yes.
and go anywhere else.
Yes. Yeah. I have to go.
Do you have anything you'd like to promote?
No, just follow me on Instagram, Rachel Williams with the R and the W switch.
Good clips. One of the last few making good stuff.
I'm the last one.
I don't even include myself in that.
Hell yeah. All right, I do gotta go though. It's later than I
Everybody's
realized.
cool. I don't have anywhere to be. Anybody want to hang out?
Anybody want Severance?
Anybody wanna watch
Severance?
Severance?